Okay, hello everyone. I have to say that I'm really frustrated actually because I made a video and I was recording when I was writing and explaining everything, but when I hit save and somehow it lost everything. Now I have the lecture right here, but now I have to explain everything again. So try to follow me, okay? So I'm not writing, but try to follow me and try to understand, okay? I'm sorry for that inconvenience. I mean, it's somehow it did not go really well today. Alright, so in today's video we talk about section 13.5, and 13.5 is the last section of chapter 13 before we jump into another chapter. And in this section we talk about equation of line. Okay, equation of line. Hold on, let me check one more time, make sure that it is recording. Here you go. It is okay. All right, so equation of line or linear equation is kind of the same thing. It's just the way we talk. Some people use equation of line, some people use linear equation. And in the previous video, you are introduced to two different forms of linear equation: the standard form, the ax plus by equals c. This is the one you already learned in the previous video. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and box them. And the other one is y equal to mx plus b. In this video, I will be talking about another form of equation of line of linear equation. This is a point-slope form. Okay, point-slope form. So that's the first part of the lecture today. I will be talking about point-slope form. On the second part of the lecture, I'll be showing you how to write linear equation in special cases, because there's a few special cases based on the property we already learned last time, which is the parallel property and the perpendicular property. Okay, so what is point-slope form? If I give you a point and I say that point is x0, y0, and I give it a slope, okay, then I can write point slope form is y minus y0 equal m times x minus x0. Okay, it means what? It means that if they give you the point and give you the m, you can write directly the point slope form, the point slope form of linear equation easily. Okay, and this is one point. It could be any number. Okay, it's just a point on the coordinate system. The slope could be positive or negative. We already learned last time. Okay, for example, let's jump to our first example. The first example over here, I want you to write linear equation which graph goes through 2 points. Okay, the first point is point A 2 5, point B is negative 3 4. Okay, so in order to write linear equation, and over here we use point slope form. Okay, we have to get the m, right? And because it's given 2 points, we can get the m by using the slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and we're gonna plug them in. Okay, so y2, y1, x2, x1, so give you 1 over 5. So after we got a slope, okay, we're gonna plug into the equation. So we have y minus y0 equal 1/5 x minus x0. Okay, then we're gonna plug in one of the point to replace for x0 and y0, and over here to give you 2 points. So you can use any point. I'm going to use point A. If you want to use point B, that's fine. I'll give you the same answer. Okay. So I'm going to use point A. So the y over here, the y component of point A is 5. So I'll plug it in. X component of point A is 2. So I'll plug that in. Okay. So you can stop right here. So this is point slope already. Okay. It's point slope already. But I'm gonna do a few more steps to show you that three form, point slope form, slope intercept form, the standard form, they have the relation. They kind of related to each other. It means that you can convert from one step to another step It means you can convert one form to another form, sorry, and another form to another form easily. So all three forms can be converted to each other easily. For example, in this case, you see after you get the punch slope already, if you multiply both sides by 5 and distribute it, okay, and I'm gonna isolate all the x term and y term on one side, add both sides by 25. You see that I can get the standard form. So this is the standard form. Okay, this is the standard form. Alright, so that's the I'm sorry, I'm gonna check one more time again, make sure that it's still recording. Okay, good, it's still recording. Okay, so I'm gonna refocus this. Alright. Okay, so you see that from punch slope form I can convert to standard form. Punch slope form I can convert to standard form easily. So this is standard form, right? This is your A, over here is -1, B is 5, and C is 23. Okay. So it depends on the question. If the question asks you to convert to standard form, then you have to. If it's not, if it doesn't ask you to convert to anything, you can just stop right over here. Punch slope form. Okay. So the question must be very specific. Okay. What form they want. All right. On the second example, I will show you how to write linear equation use slope-intercept form. Actually, you already learned slope-intercept form, but we never done any example with slope-intercept form. So I want you to write linear equation that has the slope is -1/2, and they have the y-intercept value is 2. So this is the b value, right? Remember this. The slope-intercept form is y equal to mx plus b, right? So I can replace the m is -1/2x, and your b is 2. So this is your slope-intercept. So in this question, you don't have to do anything much because they already give you everything. Okay. However, in this question, I also want you to convert this slope-intercept form to punch slope form. Let me move it up. So I'm going to convert this to punch slope form. Okay, so how I'm going to do that? You know that the y-intercept value is 2. It means b equal to. Remember the formula? Y equal to mx plus b. It means your b over here is 2. Okay, and if b is 2, I can get the intercept, the y-intercept point. So this is y-intercept point. It's 0, 2. Okay, y-intercept point is 0, 2. Okay, then you got a slope and you got a point. You see that you can plug it in. You can use the punch slope form. Y minus y0 is 2 equal to -1/2. Slope right here, they are given you equal x minus 0. Okay, so you see that you can convert from slope-intercept form to punch slope form easily. Okay, actually over here you can go ahead and subtract both sides by 2, and it's going to give you this immediately. Okay, alright, and on the third example, I will show you how to convert standard form to slope-intercept form. So I'm gonna try to convert this one. This is standard form already, right? And I'm gonna convert it to slope-intercept form, which is y equal to mx plus b. So this is slope-intercept form. Okay. So how am I gonna do this? So from the standard form, I'm gonna isolate the term with y. I'm gonna move everything to the right hand side, add both sides by x. Okay, then I divide both sides by 5. When I divide both sides by 5, I just divide each term on the right hand side by 5. Okay, when you do like that, then you will get the slope right here and the b value right here. Okay, so this is the b value, the y-intercept value. Then you see that you will get the slope-intercept form easily. Okay, you can also convert standard form to punch slope form. You see that this is my standard form, right? I'm gonna because the point slope form is you're gonna have y minus y0, right, equal to m minus x minus y. So you go ahead, you isolate the y and you move everything. So kind of this step over here, kind of the same, but instead of divide both sides, divide each term by 5, I'm gonna divide the whole thing by 5. So that's a little bit different from this. See, this one I divide each term by 5, but this one I divide the whole thing by 5. Alright, so when I divide the whole thing by 5, you see this is x minus x0. So you see over here, x0 over here, x0 over here is negative 23 right here. Okay, because the original formula is minus, right? But this is plus. So x0 negative 23 and y0 is 0. Okay, y0 is 0 because y I can write it y minus 0. So you see that I can convert standard form to point slope form. So this is point slope. Alright, point slope form. So in general, this is my conclusion. When you want to write linear equation, you can use any form you want to. Point slope standard form, slope intercept form. It's up to you. Some students may prefer one form to the other form. I mean, I don't mind. However, it still depends on the question. If the question asks you to use specific form, then you must use that form. Okay. If the question asks you to use this form, then convert to another form, then you should be able to do so. Alright. So on the second part of the lecture, I will show you how to write linear equation with special case. The special case is the case when we have a horizontal line, we have vertical line, when we have two lines parallel to each other, and when we have perpendicular lines to each other. This special line. Okay. Let's jump to the first case. The case is a horizontal linear equation, horizontal line. You know that in the last video, you know that the horizontal line is y equal to a number, right? We know that it's going to be horizontal. This horizontal line, it kind of parallel to the x-axis, right? All right. Write a linear equation, and that's go through 2 points. First point is 1 over 2, 1, 2. The second point is negative 2 and 2. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna check one more time because the software is kind of crazy. Here you go. It's still there. Still running. Okay. All right. So if you notice, you see that the y component of 2 points over here is the same. And if you just go ahead and locate these 2 points on the coordinate system, you will see that the point A over here is you see 1, 2 is a point A right here, right? And point B is negative 2, 2 so point B right here. And if you connect these 2 points and it gives you the red line right here, this is a horizontal line, okay, going through 2, right? So you can jump to the final conclusion. The equation of this line will be y equal to. Actually, it's because we have the same y component. Okay. Similarly, for the second case, when we have a vertical line, we know the vertical line is we start with x. Okay, x equal a number, and you see that if you have the same x component, then the vertical line will be x equal 2. Okay, you see that if you grab 2 points on the coordinate system, you see the 2 and 3 is a point A over here, 2 negative 3 point B right over here. If you connect them, and you will have a vertical line going through point A and point B easily, right? Okay. So that is 2 special case I want to talk about. It's good if you just visualize in your mind, or you can go ahead and do a a quick sketch so that you know right away the equation. But remember, for vertical line, start with x, and for horizontal line, we start with y. For the third case, if we have two lines parallel to each other, and we want to write equation of one line given another line. Okay, so in this case, write linear equation of line that goes through point 1 or 2 and parallel to this line. Okay, and this line over here is given already, and it's in slope-intercept form. And from the slope-intercept form right here, I can get the m, right? And remember, for parallel property, we have the same slope. And in order to write the equation of line, you can use point slope. So this is point slope right here. So on the first method, I'm going to use point slope. Okay, point slope, right? Because the slope is the same, so I can rewrite it. So 1 over 2, and it goes through 1 over 2. So I'm going to just go ahead plug them in. Okay, so this it can be done right here. It can be stopped right here. However, if you want to convert this to slope-intercept form, which is usually I'm going to ask on the test, I'm going to ask you to convert to slope-intercept form, or I may ask you to convert to a standard form. So you see that you have to distribute it. After you distribute it, you combine, you add both sides by 2. You see negative 1 over 2 plus 2 give you 3 over 2. So this is slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. Or on the test, I may ask you to continue converting to a standard form. So easily, in order to convert to standard form, you just go ahead multiply both sides by 2. So you're gonna have 2y equal multiply by 2, cancel the 2, so you have x plus 3, right? And you're gonna subtract both sides by x, so you're gonna have negative x plus 2y equal 3. So you're gonna have right here standard form. So what do you see? What you see is that from one form you can convert to the other two easily, right? Okay, maybe on the test I'm going to ask you to do so. So learn this example carefully. Okay, learn this example carefully. Or on the second method, I can start right at the beginning with the slope-intercept form. Okay, slope-intercept form is y equal to mx plus b, and we got the slope is the same, so you have the slope will be 1 over 2. Okay. And then afterward, in order to get the b, you need to get a b, right? You're gonna use the point 1 over 2. You plug it in, 2. You're gonna replace with y, 1 replace with x you replace with 1. I'm sorry. Then you solve for b. So 1 over 2 times 1 is 1 over 2. In order to get b, you subtract both sides by a half. So 2 minus a half give you 3 over 2. After you got b, then you can rewrite your final answer. You can rewrite your final answer in slope-intercept form. So this is slope-intercept form. Okay, y equal to 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2. And of course, you can convert to standard form if you want to by multiply both sides by 2. Same thing over here. Okay. So that is the third special case. The last special case I want to talk about is the perpendicular lines. And we already learned last time is when we have perpendicular property, the product between two slopes is equal to -1. Or in high school, usually you learn that the new slope will be the negative reciprocal of the old slope. Okay. So in order to write equation of line in that case, you can either start with the point slope form, or you can start with slope-intercept form. It's up to you. Still up to you. In this example, I'm gonna do with the point slope form. Okay. And for slope-intercept form, I'm gonna just go ahead and let you guys do it by yourself. Okay. So write equation of line that's go through point 2, 1 perpendicular to this line with this slope. Okay, and it's because it's perpendicular, so this new slope will be reciprocal of this could be 3 over 2, and you put negative in the front, so opposite reciprocal, so negative reciprocal will be negative 3 over 2. Okay. Alright, then you're gonna replace y0 and x0 with the point they already given you. Will be 2, 1, so plug 1 over here, plus 2 over here. Then you can stop right over here. This is point slope. However, I want to convert to slope intercept form. I'm going to go ahead and distribute it. Okay, -2 over 2 times -2 should be positive 3 at both sides, so I have y equal to -3 over 2x plus 4 slope intercept form. Okay, slope intercept form. And if you want, if you continue to standard form, it will be very easy. You just go ahead multiply both sides by 2, so you have 2y equal to -3x multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, so that's why you have -3x over here multiplied by 2 give you 8. Alright, then you're gonna move the x term into the right hand side, so you have 3x plus 2y equal 8. Here you go. So this is standard form. Alright, so from slope intercept form to from point slope form to slope intercept form and to standard form easily. Alright, so this is just the first method. For the second method, if you want to start right away with the slope intercept form, go ahead, do it for yourself. Alright, so this section is very important. I want you guys to learn it carefully, and if you guys learn this section carefully, then when you go to intermediate algebra, college algebra, it could be very easy for you. The next test, of course, I'm going to put many question based on the concept we learned today. So for example, something like this, something like this, something like this, or it could be anything over here. So learn carefully. Okay, so I think that's all for today. I'm gonna stop at section 13.5 right here, and if you have any question, let me know. Sorry for the inconvenience that I messed up the recorded video, and now I have to explain everything again. In the next video, I will start a new chapter. Okay, I'll be seeing you next time. Bye bye.